From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
No. 11 empty.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the 1st.
I know the fans want to see 1st downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
A lot depend on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you got the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Burrow will throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Running right, here's Brown. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they go play action now. Burrow. That's complete right around the 8. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Evan McPherson for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive. 2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st down, Branch. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Man, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They'll go with a keeper. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Brandon, 3rd and goal from the 1, and they go quarterback sneak, and they expected a surge up front. The surge came from the defense.
Yeah, it looked like there was no surprise defensively. They were ready.
Yeah, totally stacked it up, unable to get it on 3rd down.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They run for it with Bigsby. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, Sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Brown on second down. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Here we go.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. T. Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 71 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Set, 180.
In motion right, that's Collins. They'll run on first down. Branch. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Mayfield. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively. And, Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. That complete to Downs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready? Spot. No.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you...
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, partner, I'm just going to say this. Whoever did the scouting report for this game is going to get a raise because they've had their number at every turn, and they just buried him for a safety with ease. When you earn 2 points and give up 0 for a half of football, there's not much left you can improve on, even though they'll try.
Rodgers to return it. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. He may go. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Up the middle they go. Branch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. On 3rd down, Branch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
First down, Mayfield. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This one taken in by Stover. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 3rd and 4. Now Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Branch. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw, Mayfield. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Bengals drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's a give to Brown. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And some room to roam now. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Burrow. And this taken in by Downs. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. Back now in Cincinnati. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. This is Brown going up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
12, 12, 12.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye, but
there he goes left side. He's on his way. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Bigsby, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Downs going in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Right there, 54, right there.
3rd down, here's Brown. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
And some room to work. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
Here we go.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
What is it? 11.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll go down at the 28. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now Burrow changing the look. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Watch the curls. Watch the curls. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Coming, baby.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
59. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 12.
Now they'll change things up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The Bengals field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Plenty of time. All three timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Up the middle they go. Branch. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On 3rd down, Branch. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. That's complete. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll look to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Texans, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.